Good morning, student. Today is my lecture number 23A based on GST. In my previous video, I have explained about the theoretical part of GST and type of GST, objective of GST, etc. Once again more, I want to show you there are three types of GST: CGST, goods and service tax, central goods and service tax, SGST, and IGST. Student, I have also explained if the GST rate is suppose 12%, it will comprise of 6% CGST and 6% SGST. In case of sale of outside the state, it will be called IGST and it will be 12%. Similarly, if the GST rate is 18%, then CGST will be 9% and SGST will be 9%, and in case of sale outside the state, it will called IGST and it will be 18%, so on. Now, accounting procedure of GST. In case of intra-state supply of goods and services, in case of intra-state supply of goods and services. Intra-state means within a state. Within a state. It means merchant of Bihar sell goods and service to customer of Bihar only. So let us see journal entry related to intra-state supply of goods and services. First journal entry related for purchase of goods. Journal entry will be purchase account DR, input CGST, account DR, input SGST, account DR, to bank or if in case of credit, creditor's account. Being goods purchase. Now next journal entry for sale of goods. Journal entry will be bank account or debtors account DR to sales account to output CGST account to output SGST account. Being goods sold. So this will be the journal entry. In case of goods sold on credit, it will be debtor account debit, because to whom we goods sold on credit is known as our debtor. We all know about it. And from whom we purchase goods will be our creditor. So when I purchase goods from any person, the person will known as creditor. Now third journal entry for purchase return. Journal entry will be creditor's account, because at the time of purchase I have credited the creditors. So in case of return of goods, we should debit the creditor's account to purchase return account. To as input as CGST account to input as GST account. Being goods return to supplier. In case of purchase return, input CGST and input SGST account are credited, because at the time of purchase input CGST and SGST were debited. So at the time of purchase return it will be credited. Now for sales return, next journal entry for sales return. Journal entry will be sales returns account DR output CGST account DR, output SGST account DR to debtors account, being goods returns from customers. Now next journal entry will be for sales return. I have to say that output CGST and output SGST are debited because at the time of sale output CGST and output SGST account were credited. So now it will be debited. Next point is for fifth point, for purchase of fixed assets, account DR, input CGST account DR, input SGST account DR to bank account. Purchase of fixed assets, being purchase of fixed assets. Now sixth point is for expenses. Journal entry will be expenses account DR, input CGST account DR, input SGST account DR to bank account. Being expenses incurred. Now next journal entry number 7 is for income. Journal entry will be bank account. For example, suppose commission received, commission received, then journal entry will be bank account DR to commission account to output CGST account to output SGST account, being commission received. Now next journal entry, number 8, for goods withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use, journal entry will be drawings account DR to purchase account to input CGST account to input SGST account, goods taken for personal use, now next journal entry is for goods given as free sample, or we can add loss of goods by fire or goods stolen. So in this case journal entry will be for free sample, advertisement account DR, loss by theft account DR, loss by fire account DR, to purchase account to input CGST account to input SGST account. Being goods distributed as free sample, goods stolen, and goods destroyed by fire, and input CGST and output input SGST reversed. Now 10th point will be for setting of GST. For setting of input CGST against output CGST, then journal entry will be output CGST account DR to input CGST account, being CGST set off against output, being input CGST set off against output CGST. Now next journal entry 11 for setting of input SGST against output SGST. Journal entry will be output SGST account DR to input SGST account for payment of GST. 12th for payment of GST, journal entry will be output CGST account DR output SGST account DR to bank account, being balance amount of output GST, not CGST or SGST, only GST deposited with the government. So student, these are the journal entry for Interstate, intra-state, intra-state, intra-state means within a state. For all the transaction which will done in intra-state, it means within a state, journal entry will be based on CGST and SGST, not on IGST. So I will meet you in next video with journal entry and practical question and its solution. Thank you very much.